mountain. I have the only right.
Hello YouTube, this is Lost Guy 17,
and the Cryptonova.
and today we will be reviewing The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. Now we will be giving you guys a summary of the movie.
Okay, so The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug continues the adventure of the character Bilbo Baggins as he journeys with the wizard Gandalf and 13 dwarves, led by Thorin Oakenshield, on an epic quest to reclaim the Lonely Mountain and the lost dwarf kingdom of Erebor. Having survived the beginning of their unexpected journey, the company continues east, encountering along the way the skin changer Bjorn and a swarm of giant spiders in the treacherous forest of Mirkwood.
After escaping capture by the dangerous wood elves, the dwarves continued journeying to Lake Town and finally to the Lonely Mountain itself, where they must face the greatest danger of all, a creature more terrifying than any other, one which will test not only the depth of their courage, but the limits of their friendship and the wisdom of the journey itself, the dragon Smaug. Now we will be giving you our opinions on the movie.
Okay, so my opinion on this movie is that, I just thought it was a really good movie. The first one was, like, amazing, but this one just, like, upped it so much. Like, there was a lot of action, which there was in the first one, but not as much. There was a lot more in this one, and it just, like, had a lot more, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it was just a lot more interesting, and it seemed like I could get into this one a lot more than the first one, because the first one was kind of slow at first, but this one was just like, not even like 10 minutes in, there was just already like this huge thing chasing them, they're running away, and I just thought it was like a great movie. The first one was really good, but this one was just like a lot, like more, I don't want to say like the first one's bad, but this one's like a lot better in terms like I could like watch it a lot more times than I could the first one, because the first one was pretty boring at times.
I agree on that. So yeah, I guess it's my turn to give my opinion on this amazing, fantastic, brilliant, great movie. I pretty much just gave my opinion. But anyways, I thought this movie was bloody fantastic, to say the least. Like we went to see the very first pre-screening of this movie on Thursday because it came out the 13th, but we went on the 12th. That night they had a pre-screening, and my socks were blown away. Like I just kind of couldn't believe how amazing this was. It was like Kryptonova said, it was a lot better than the first one. Not knocking down the first one, but like this one was just a lot better in terms of everything all around. Like everything was just done absolutely amazing. That's I can't really escalate anymore other than the fact that it was amazing. And like Kryptonova said, I could watch it a bunch more times than I could watch the first one. Like even the animation in this movie was like, which we'll talk about later, but even the animation was just awesome, and like the action in it was just so much better than it was in the first one.
Fall utterly
And
short
yeah,
of your
that's my
enormity,
opinion on it.
O Smaug.
Also, gotta
The
love that barrel
stupendous.
scene though. Now we'll be talking about the acting.
Okay, so I loved the acting all around, which made it a lot harder for me to give an MVP for this movie because there were just too many to pick from. But I came up to two of them. Not There's not two MVPs, but there's two that were in the running more than the rest, which is Richard Armitage, who won the MVP for the first Hobbit. And I thought that Martin Freeman, who plays Bilbo, did a much better job in this movie than he did in the first one, which is why he is winning the MVP. Martin Freeman is your MVP for The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug, who plays Bilbo Baggins.
Okay, so my opinion on the acting. Um, I thought that the acting, just like you said, was like a lot better in this one. There was just like the first one, the acting was great, but this one just just a little bit better. Just like with the our opinions on it, like it was just this one improved on the first movie a lot, including the acting, which was really good in my opinion. I really liked it. I thought that they all did a really good job, and I don't really know what to say. except for that, they all just did like an amazing job, and you could just like feel the emotion, and like especially in like the funny parts, you could see like the barrel scene must
The
have taken
barrel
some effort.
scene. I think all the dwarves that were in the barrels should definitely win MVP.
Okay, well, that's all I have to say for the acting. It was just superb overall.
Now we'll be talking about the animation.
Okay, so yes, my favorite segment. I thought that in this movie, the animation was really good. In the trailer, when I saw it, when I saw the dragon, I like looked at it, like when his head turned around the corner, and for some reason, it looked really bad to me in the trailer. But then when I saw the movie, it was just, like, really well done. Like all the animation was just amazing. Like all the orcs, the whatchamacallit, like the big dogs and like Smaug were all just really well done, and I just thought that it was just like great. They were all really well. The spiders especially looked really cool, and overall I just think that it was done really well.
Yeah, the animation in this movie was like a lot more improved than it was in the first movie. Like, not to say the first one was bad, because like it kind of sounds like we're saying it was, but by all means, we do not mean the first one was bad. We're just saying that this one was a lot better. And I thought like Kryptono said, the dwarves, or sorry, the orcs, they were so much better in this one. They were so much more ugly, and it was awesome. And Smog was like done so well, and and Born, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Bjorn or Born, like the
Giant bear
skin
dog.
changer at the beginning. Um, well, for you who haven't seen it, you won't know what I'm talking about, but those who have, you will. That was done really well. Um, yeah, just everything was well done for the animation. It made it so much better. I think the fact that we saw it in IMAX kind of made it even better, but even if you hadn't seen it in IMAX, it was just perfect.
Now we will be talking about the soundtrack.
Okay, so I thought the soundtrack was done rather well. Actually, better than rather well. I thought it was superb. Um, During the action scenes, which there were a lot of, the music was perfect. But there was just one thing that put this soundtrack for this movie over the top, and it's the fact that Ed Sheeran, which is my favorite artist, sang "I See Fire" in the credit song, and there's actually a line in the song that is said in the movie, which Thorin says, and in that scene, it's pretty freaking epic. And so I thought it was really cool that they put that in the song and in the movie. So I'll play that for you guys. I don't know if it will play, but I'm going to attempt it. So here it is. This is your ending fire. Push your burn. Watch the flames. So yeah, the that one line right there was said by Thorin, and it was pretty epic, to say the least. So yeah, that soundtrack was pretty cool.
Yeah, I have to agree. The soundtrack for the action scenes and like suspenseful scenes was just all really well done. Kudos to whoever wrote it. I forget his name. But I just thought that the soundtrack was really well done, and I agree with you with the end credits song. Like when I listened to it, like we stayed in the theater like a little bit after the movie ended, just talking, and like after I heard the song, I was like, wow, it's really good. And usually when I like hear soundtrack, I'm like, yeah, that's good. I think I'll listen to that once and never listen to it again. But this one, I actually really liked, and it just made the soundtrack all the just that much better. Even though it wasn't in the movie and just in the credits, it's just made it that much better because it was such a good song.
Okay, now we'll be giving our rating.
Okay, so my rating of this movie, I just thought that it was really good, like animation, soundtrack, acting. It was just really good and improved on the first movie a lot. And this one was just like just that much better than the first. And I forget what we gave the first one. I think it was like an 8 or something. But with this one, I liked it a lot more because there was a lot more action, and like I do enjoy action. and I think overall I would give it a 9.5 out of 10, just because I think they could have just like maybe did like a bit better with some of the things.
Yeah, I actually agree with Crypto. I'm giving it 9.5 as well. Simply because it was just so much more, it was much more improved on with everything. Again, I'm not bashing the first one because the first one was awesome as well, but this one was just so good. So yeah, I'm giving it a 9.5. Cryptonova's giving it a 9.5. So that means KNLG Movie Reviews is giving The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, a 9.5 rating out of 10.
Okay, well, okay, well, that's it for today, and I don't know which movie we'll be doing next week because I we were thinking of seeing a movie near Christmas, but in between then, I think we could possibly do Thor: Dark World, because you've seen that, right?
Yeah, I went to see that a few weeks ago.
Okay, so yeah, so probably next week we'll be doing Thor, if I can go see it, but if not, we might have to take a week break. But yeah, that's pretty much it, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.